Hello and welcome to another unboxing session. Today I'm looking at the new turntable from Reloop. I've been waiting to get my hands on this, so I'm going to crack it out of the box and set it up and get it going. Okay, everything's out of the box now, and the first look of it, it looks like a solid piece of kit. It's quite weighty as well, probably weighs the same as a 1210. I like how it's like got this flat part here. You know, usually when you buy turntables and before you assemble them, we have like a dip in the middle, you know, where the platter goes. But yeah, this is nice and flat. Yeah, the design of it, you know, looks great. I like that you have two start and stop buttons. You've got a reverse button. You've got extra pitch, you know, +8, +16, and I think if you press them together you get like ultra pitch, which is like 50, negative and positive. We have brake adjust, we got torque adjust. It comes with a weight, a light, some RCA cables, power cable, slip mat, and of course a platter. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to assemble it all together. Okay, so I'm going to put it all together now. First I'm going to start with the RCA cable. I'm going to use this end with the little bends on it, so it fits in nice and snug on the back of the turntable like that. We also have a grounded wire, which just fits into the screw here. Just unscrew that a little bit. Tighten it back up. Do that. And the power cable, which just goes in here like this. I don't know whether you can see this, but I like the fact that you have two different voltages depending where you are in the country or in the world, you know. So we got 230 volts and 115 volts. In the UK we use we're going to keep it on the 230 volts. I'm not sure what this button is here. It says PH LN. Oh yeah, it's phono or line. So we're going to keep it on phono because I'm going to be using some vinyl. Next is the platter. I'll just pop some to the spindle like so. Really easy. You can see how easy it is to lift off. Yeah, super easy to lift off. And we're going to add our weight. Standard weight. Goes up to 3.5 grams or whatever it is. I'll put that on there like that. We've got our target light. That just fits into a little setting there. And last but not least, we got our slip mat. It's quite a decent slip mat actually. It's one of the stiffer ones, but yeah, it feels quite good. You can always change that if you prefer to use a butter rug or something like that. Okay, so let's plug it into a mixer and fire it up. So I've plugged in my turntable, got my other one set up, and I've just hooked it up to the mixer. It's really easy. You just plug it into each channel. So for the right deck, goes into channel 1, left deck goes into channel 2. Plug in the grounds. I'm using a Newmark scratch mixer. If you want it on phono mode, like to play vinyl, click that down to phono there. If you want it to play like digital, like Serato or Tractor, put it up to line. We've got our master out, our monitor booth, and you can also have XLRs. We also have a USB to hook it up to our computer, which I'll do a little bit later. But for now, I'm going to be playing vinyl. The cartridges and needles, what I'm going to use are PC X10 cartridges and needles, and they're made by Pioneer DJ. And the head shell is actually made by Vestax. You can use any cartridges or needles on these turntables. You don't have to use these particular ones. You can use Concords, Stantons, Shure M447s too. It's entirely up to you. It's all a matter of preference. Okay, so it's all hooked up to the mixer. Our volume fader's up, our gain's up. We selected the line phono switch on this particular mixer, so it's ready to play a record. So I'm just going to put a beat on. This is just a regular record. Got some beats on. Let's fire it up. Okay, let's try some of the functions. So let's try the reverse button. Pretty cool. Put it on 33. It's playing at 45 before. If we press both of these, it plays at 78 speed. So let's try that. Super fast. 33. Now the 78 speed is really handy if you want to sample old records that was created on that speed, or you know, if you want to do some crazy mixing or whatever, you know, it's good to have that option. I like that you have two stop and start buttons. That's great for tricks and stuff like that. We have a break adjust, so let's try that. This is at minimum, so it just stops and starts instantly. Let's adjust that. So it's saying 6 seconds. And you get that wind down, the classic turntable wind down effect, which is quite cool. We've got two different types of torque. We've got classic, it was set to turbo then. So let's try the classic. Let's try on turbo. On turbo, it's much more of an instant start. The motor on this seems pretty powerful. You know, it can handle that type of thing. Let's try the pitch. So we've got -8, +8. Do -16, +16, and then we can change the range completely by holding these two together. And we have wide range, so it goes 50% either way. Super slow or super fast. And the good thing is we have a reset button, so we just want to get it back to the middle without moving this. We just hit that button and it automatically resets it. We've got our tone arm, and this segment here, the height of the tone arm, which you can set. I set mine up normally about 2 when I'm using these type of needles. You can lock that into place as well so we don't move. We have the anti-skating. On all turntables that I use, especially if I'm doing scratching, I always have it at 0. The reason I have it at 0 is because the tone arm naturally moves towards the spindle with the direction of the record's playing. When you have it the opposite way on full at 3, it wants to move that way, the opposite way, which will create skippage. So you don't want that if you're, you know, scratching or mixing or whatever. We've got our weight here. You can set this up however you want it. I personally like to flip it round and move it all the way. I find, like, you know, that works great when I'm scratching and stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to test out some scratching and see if it can handle some turntablist tricks and stuff. I really like this turntable. It feels solid. It feels like a pro piece of kit. I look forward to using it in the future.